We have 4 lines from the AC slalom lines, freeride lines. We have the 4 lines which are needed for the different needs of everyone who wants to go on flat water and slaloming, freeriding. So we have all the levels of sail. We have the ACF, ACX, ACK and AC1. Practically 4 lines to satisfy everyone. Why is this? It's not that if you take a racing sail like the AC1, 4 cambers, white mast lead, or you take a freeride more slalom sail like the ACF, you're going to have a product for the beginners or a product for the professional. It's just different style of sails which you want to have to enjoy the flat water. Let's start with the ACF and the ACX. Just to compare the difference between the two sails, which one to choose. The ACF is a free ride sail, and in 6.9 and 7.5 it has 6 buttons. It has a slalom outline, and in the smaller sizes from 6.4, 5.9 and 5.4 you actually have the 5 buttons. All the sails have tubular buttons, so that you will have a nice slalom performance thanks to the tubular buttons, which are going to hold also the profile in stronger winds. And at the same time, the smaller sizes, you can also bring them to bump and jump conditions. And this is the ACF. If you go to the ACX, you actually have on the ACX 7 buttons. The outline is fully from a slalom sail. There's no compromise on the outline, and it has been made to blast with no compromise at full speed, even if it has no cams. So which one to choose? The ACF or the ACX? It's pretty simple. The ACF is a lighter sail which has in a smaller size more power. The ACX is made to be more enjoyable when the wind hits in a little bit like stronger. So when you start to have a little bit more power in the sail, you will find that the sail starts to develop an amazing performance, while the ACF will perform already in very light winds. So you can actually compare, like if you take a 6.9 from the ACF, the power and the planing of the sail is very close to a 7.5 to 8 meter of the ACX. So the ACF allows you to go with a smaller sail size in lighter wind, while the ACX will need to have a little bit bigger size compared to the ACF. So the advantage of the ACF in this case is that you will have a smaller, lighter sail, more compact to plane early, even with a bigger board size volume. While the ACF, you will have to have a little bit more power to bring it to have the maximum performance of it. But once it gets going, and even if the sail gets really overpowered, the speed would be endless. There would be no limit to it, and you will actually get to a point where you're challenging the camber sail without any problem. So if you're looking for like a more comfortable sail, something a bit easier, the ACF is a quiet sail. It's not slow, it's a fast sail as well. And in smaller sizes, you don't be amazed if you can take the 5.9 and 5.4 even into waves and enjoy the wave riding with the sails. While for the ACX, the sail is going to be the real pure pedigree slalom sail, which will have no limits. So let's now compare the ACX on this side this time and the ACK on this side. Both are pure slalom sails. One has no cams, the other one has the cambers. So the ACK has the cambers, the ACX has no cams. How to choose between the two? It's very simple. Do you like cams? take the ACK. You don't like cams? Take the ACX. Apart from this, what are the advantages of having the ACK against the ACX? The ACK has the cams and the wider sleeve. This means the profile is always formed. There's always a profile in the sail. So when you start planing, the profile is already formed, so the acceleration will be immediate. When you will come out of the jibe, the profile will be already there, so the acceleration of the sail will be immediate, and it will bring you to the stop speed at a very short distance. While the ACX does not have a profile formed, it does not have the cams. Therefore, when the wind hits the sail, the mast will bend, will create a profile, and then it will accelerate. So the acceleration of the cam sail of the ACK is faster than the one of the ACX due to this reason. When you will hit a low, so when the wind will drop a little bit, it will be a cold wind between the reach you're doing, the ACK, thanks to the cambers, will keep the profile, so the speed will not slow down. While on the ACX, the profile tends to decrease a little bit. Therefore, when it's decreasing, the speed of the sail will also decrease a little bit compared to the cam sail. So at this point, you will have disadvantages on the cam sail. The acceleration and the, let's say, average speed in a very gusty place. So if you live in a very gusty place, the ACK will make you feel like the reach you're going to do, the distance you're going to do, the speed is going to be more constant, while you will have more alteration on the sail with no cams. Now, if you're sailing in a place where the wind is anyway gusty but still the intensity is always good, you will not suffer with a no cam sail, especially our ACX. The ACX has a very active profile, therefore the difference with a cam sail is not that big also in the acceleration or in the gusty winds, but still the ACK has this advantage over the ACX. Now, if you're talking about jibing, on the ACX, it's like having a wave sail. Therefore, even if you do a jibe which is not perfect, the result at the end of the jibe, even if you do some mistakes, it will forgive you, and therefore you can have a better jibe. While with the ACK, having the cams, having the mast sleeve wider, you will need to perform a perfect jibe to actually then appreciate the acceleration out of the jibe. So it's like, yes, the ACK will bring you to acceleration faster, but if your jibing in the end is not as good, then it's possible that the ACX will actually give you a better jibe performance against the ACK. Both the ACK and the ACX have the same sail body. The body of the sails are exactly the same. They both have 7 buttons. The outline is very similar. So what is really changing is just the mast sleeve and the cams on the ACK, which the ACX does not have. But for the rest, everything is very similar. So it's really up to you whether you want to have the camber feeling or the no cam feeling. Both are really good. Both are really fast. Once they are launched to top speed, there will be no difference between the two models. As said before, one will be just easier to jibe because of the no cam and the smaller mast sleeve. The other one will have more acceleration, and therefore you just have to choose which of the two will be better for you. So now we talk about the ACK and the AC1. The AC1 being a full racing sail, and the ACK having the 3-cam slalom performance. So the differences are that the AC1 has 8 buttons, 4 cambers, has a higher outline, so therefore the mast length is longer and it's a bit more narrow in the boom. So the ACK has the 3 cams, 7 buttons, and a shorter outline, meaning that it's lower in the laugh length and a bit wider. So what is the main difference? The main difference is actually the power of the sail. On the AC1 you will have a lot of power, and on the ACK you will have less power. But it's not the power meaning that one is going to plane early and one is not. It's more, that's the main difference actually. So the power of the AC1 is a power which actually pulls you downwind. It gives you power all the time, whether you're covered from people, whether you're coming out of a jibe, and anytime you actually have this power to handle. The ACK has different kind of power which allows you to get planing early, which is comfortable to hold, which allows you to go upwind without too much effort. So when you compare the two powers, it's different. The ACK will actually allow you to sail like for 2 hours with the same energy you're going to put in 1 hour with the AC1. So sometimes you might jump on a race sail and feel that it's heavy, but it's not heavy, it's actually the power of the sail. ACK has different power which actually allows you to plane, but it does not get onto your body. So in the end, if you take the ACK, you will have an easier sail which allows you to plane early, so that the 7/8 you can compare to the same size as an 8/6. So if you're using the 7/8 with 3 cams, you're actually going to use the 7/8 while on the same type of wind you would use an 8/6 in a racing sail like the AC1. So this is the main difference. Why is this? On a slalom sail, like on a full racing sail, you're actually looking to have this power to get you out of a situation where you might be covered by other competitors. You have to fly out the jibe when you jibe the sail. If you can get the most advantage out of the acceleration from this power, you will actually jump in front of the pack, while the ACK will give you the sensation of having the cam sails, which allows you to have a nice flow through the wind in gusty conditions. It will give you the acceleration as well to, let's say, fight with your friends on the water, but at the same time it will not get you as tired as in a full racing sail. So if you're feeling fit, if you're feeling ready to have no compromise on a slalom sail, okay, then you can go on a full racing sail with 4 cams and 8 buttons configuration with all the power that a racing monster can give you. While if you're looking to have like a racing performance, but at the same time something easier to jibe, something easier to water start, because mass lead of the ACK is much smaller, mass lead of the AC1 is much wider. So if you fall in and you take your time to water start, on the AC1 you will have a lot of water in the mass lead, and even if it's kind of floating over the water, so it's not that you're filling it straight away, but still, if you take your time, if you are not like willing to put too much technique in it, it would be more difficult to jibe, it would be more difficult to water start, while the ACK would be just much easier to do all this, to maneuver, to water start. So it's kind of, you will have that tiny acceleration less, but a great speed and an easy sail, while the AC1 will be just aiming to give you the max power all the time, so you need to be ready and fit for it. So if you have to choose between the ACK and AC1, if you think that you're going to race, you're going to want to join some racing events and stuff like this, then okay, go for it. But if you're just planning to have fun on the slalom sail with cams, that you like the cam feeling and just want to be fast, as fast as the AC1, the ACK is a great choice.